Alignment and time variability. Have you felt everything is stalled in the last couple of weeks, 2 weeks? Today is February 5th, 2026. And since the last week of January, everything is stalled. And we've talked a lot about alignment, right? And getting in alignment with spirit so that you can receive that which you desire, right? You need to be in alignment. You need to have patience and faith and trust. You need to remove attachments to the outcome. This is the manifestation process. And getting in alignment is an important part of that. So the reason I'm making this video is because this has been a really profound moment for me and for my family and for many people that I know that I think is important and time tested, right? Even though it's happening now, this is sort of a generalization of what happens. So I don't really want to get into the specifics, but I've been working on a project, and the project was making great progress. November, December, January, just felt like it was, and it got to a point in mid January, it felt like it started to have a life of its own, that I didn't need to put too much of my energy in it to keep it moving. But I've been putting my energy into it and my intention and setting that every day. The first 3 weeks of January, I felt that I had 125% of my capacity in workload. And what I mean by that is there was not enough time in the day from, say, 7:30 to 6:30 to do all the things that I wanted to do. I was putting a little bit of weekend time, putting in some night time. I was running beyond regular working hours in terms of capacity. And I would extend this even beyond work into taking care of the kids, cooking meals, cleaning, laundry, all of the things that I do, right? So it just felt like time was moving really fast. Fast forward to today, frankly, the last 2 weeks, and time's been moving really slowly. I feel like I'm at 60% of my capacity, and I have the same number of meetings, the same cadence of things happening. Nothing has changed, but it feels like I've got a lot more time. The time is variable. Perhaps it's not just a matter of perception, because a lot of people will say, oh, you just perceive it that way. There's probably some truth to that, but this feels bigger than perception. And I've had this happen in the past. And here's what I think is going on. So the analogy I would use is, let's say you expect to get a promotion, or you expect to hear about a promotion. And the company tells you it'll be between January 15th and February 15th. So January 15th comes and you're excited, and let's say it comes and goes, and you get to January 31st, and this comes and goes, and no news. You didn't get the bad news. Nobody said you're not promoted. You just haven't been told one way or the other. The universe does this a lot. It sets you up right before something, a large manifestation is coming into you. It sets you up to clear what's blocking you from receiving it. And it slows down time, and it slows down the process, and you get in that limbo space, purgatory kind of space, where you just feel like you need to start pushing. Now, that is not what you're supposed to do, right? In 5D energies, we receive. In 3D energies, we obtain, right? We achieve versus receive. This is the rise of the divine feminine. We receive now. This is how we manifest. We receive the manifestations. So you might not quite be ready for the promotion. So the universe will give you a month or weeks or sometimes much longer to sit in the experience of not having it, the stress of not knowing. And in that process, you can often heal yourself and remove any attachments that exist. And that allows your vibration to rise, and you rise to the frequency that you need to be able to receive the gift. In this case, the promotion. This can be about getting into a school. This can be about getting a job. This can be about getting medical information back. Remember, the external reality is not fixed, right? It is a reflection of your reality. So on January 15th, you might think you're ready to receive it, but the universe might say, no, you're not. And so in the process, you heal yourself by sitting in it, stewing in it. This has happened to me on several projects in the last 2 weeks. It's happening to my family on something that's very important that we're all participating in, that there's news coming and we want to know it, but it's not proceeding. We are in limbo because the universe is lining us up, giving us the space to remove attachments, heal any blocks to receiving, and elevate to the frequency that allows us to receive the gift. Time is not constant. Time is variable, I believe, to allow these processes to happen. Sometimes time will go really fast, so you don't have time to think about it. And then it just, then there's a pure reaction to it. And it can go both ways. I don't believe time is constant. I believe it's malleable, and it's more than a matter of perception. A lot of people will say this is just your perception. It's probably some perception, but I think it's more than that. And this is the cycle we're in right now. Last week of January, maybe the middle of January, until I believe February 17th is a powerful portal. We've got a new moon on the 17th. We've also got, I believe it's a solar eclipse on the 17th. I have been seeing February 17th as an important date for several months now. Didn't know why. Now I see why. Time is slowed to a halt almost, so that I can get where I need to be to receive the things that I'm trying to create.